Right, later than intended, so I was hoping to get over to the farm by 1 o'clock, but our air conditioning man is still here. I needed to be here because he had to get in and out of the house to do checking for leaks and stuff, so I'm late getting away. As it is, I'm probably going to get, at the very best, an hour with the gun, so I may or may not have time to actually bag some pigeons today. We'll see. I won't be there long because I have an appointment this afternoon with His Royal Highness the Funky Farmer. So we're going to do this biscuit challenge, the dunking challenge. We haven't really decided on the format of this thing. We're just going to make some kind of friendly competition up that hopefully will have some drama and suspense. Sort of. It's just a bit of fun. So yeah, so that's my afternoon. It's now just gone 2 o'clock, so I'm going to go and have an hour with the gun. Let's see if I can knock some pigeons out. I'm probably not going to have time to mess about with cameras and setting stuff up because I'm not going to have time to set up a hide, I'm not going to have time to set out decoys. I'm literally going to go and find a hole in the hedge somewhere and stand there. I know roughly where the flight lines are, and I'm just going to stand there and see if I can, as much as anything else, this isn't about how many pigeons I can shoot today. This is about deterring the little buggers from coming back. So if I only frighten them away, it's kind of half the job. So I could go tomorrow, but I tend not to shoot on a Sunday. I believe Sundays should be peaceful, if possible. So I don't like other folks disturbing my Sundays. I don't see why I should disturb theirs. So there you go. Right, we're going to go over. I'll have a quick look at my sheep over there, the lambs, and then we're going to go and stand in the hedge for an hour, and then we're going to go and dunk some biscuits. All right, sorted. So what am I using for these pigeons? I'm going to use my old Parker Hale under and over. It's not an expensive gun. It was something my dad bought, I think, 25 years ago. He actually bought a pair. He had one and I had one, but he no longer has a shotgun certificate, so I kind of took on the gun. So it's never really fitted me properly. I can shoot okay with it, but like I say, sometimes a gun needs to be fitted to the shooter, and yeah, I can remember I went, where was I? Blaze Castle, I think it was. Was it Blaze Castle? I went to Land Rover do actually. It's not Blaze Castle. What's the name of the castle where the Land Rover do all their stuff? Land Rover nuts will know what I'm talking about. Anyway, it was there, and they had a clay pigeon shoot there, and I think I was using a Beretta. Might have been a silver pigeon or something like that. Anyhow, that gun, I couldn't miss them. It just fitted me beautifully, and I could go with the springing teal. I could go from behind and over across, and I could go left to right. And because we were shooting over the lake at the bottom of the castle, we were shooting over across the lake, which was a bit worrying for people who were doing the zip wire because they were going right over us. To the side a bit. I did the zip wire as well. Anyway, so yeah, one day I kind of like the idea of acquiring myself a silver pigeon Beretta with interchangeable chokes, because that's the other problem with my Parker Hale. It's fixed half the 3/4 choke, so it's not that good for really close in stuff. You've got to be on the money if they're close. But anyway, I like the gun. I've had it for years. It's got a bit of sentimental value. It goes bang. It frightens birds. I occasionally hit one. That's what it's all about. So I could have taken if I wanted to, because a year or so back I bought myself a new semi-auto. It's not a Mossberg. The 410 I bought for the girls is a Mossberg pump action. This is a semi-auto, and I've been trying to remember the name of it. I can't remember the name of it. So it's got a black, not Bakelite, black plastic stock fore end and butt. It's one of those things that you don't mind taking in a hedge. So whereas my Parker Hale's got a nice wooden stock and fore end, this thing's like just black plastic. You don't scratch it, doesn't matter. But it's got a really long barrel. So and it's interchangeable chokes. I bought it because I was invited to go duck shooting a year or so back. I ordered the gun. Unfortunately, the gun came after the season. Never got a chance to use it. It's actually been sat in my gun cabinet for the best part of 2 years, and it's never yet had a cartridge through it, which is bad, really. Unless, of course, you don't like cleaning semi-autos, then it's brilliant because I haven't got to take it all apart. So, yeah. Anyway, right. Farm. Pigeons. Banging. Well, we're here. I think I'm going to stay just local to the van for a minute, because I don't have an hour, and they are flying around here, so yeah, just local. Okay, take the snap caps out. Gun's empty. Right, empty. Right. There are birds flying around. So I am using today basically the dregs out of various boxes of cartridges that just need using up. That was a 6, you're a 7. Right, where shall we go? On the end there, I reckon. Right. She just flown out of there. Are they coming back round? No, where are you going? I wanted to get them up anyway. So, up here, what I've got to be wary of, not so much on this piece of the farm because there's no footpaths out here, but on the other side where we're struggling a bit more with the pigeon, I've got footpaths all over the place, so much more wary over there. Yeah, that bird was a bit far away, so, and I think I'll use my top barrel then. Probably should use the bottom barrel. Okay, this is it. We stand here and we wait 10 minutes and then we go and stand somewhere else. They're definitely flying further down there. I'm going to go set up on that corner. That'll do nicely. Just in here. Sounds like someone else is shooting a mile that way. There's a crow banger going off over there. So, but it is late. I mean, they've probably all got a belly full now. So, anyway, I've lit off 3 cartridges for no pigeons. Mind you, the last 2 I was holding the camera as well and trying to aim this or point this in the right direction while holding a camera. Don't work. But I did scare them. Crow. And he saw me, I think, before I saw him. I've got a couple of groups, little clusters of flies. You know, sort of 30 or 40 little flies buzzing around in the group. And they keep catching my eye. I keep thinking it's bloody pigeons. Should have brought my face mask, really. I'm a bit white. Oh well, I got competition. It's still switched on. That might explain they're not around for a minute. But they are flying around here with that thing going. So maybe if I do nothing else, I simply reinforce that. So far I've seen, since the 2 couple I shot at, I've seen 1 crow, 1 magpie and a whole load of flying insects. I was so busy looking at that one. I don't believe that. I was so busy watching him, I didn't see everybody. I had 4 right over me. Where are you gonna go? They came back round, landed in a tree behind me. They're no good in there. That's a stock dove, not a wood pigeon. That's 1. Got 1. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 sat in the trees over by the road over there. I think they're going down on the corner piece, the triangle bit on the side. The problem with that is it's a very small field and it's pretty much surrounded by roads, so not ideal for this. I prefer to shoot that way, not on a bit that way as long as it's high, because at least all the shot lands on my land. Right, where are you 2 going? 3, 4. Nowhere near me. There's a magpie. I mean, I'm pretty exposed here. Crows are going to spot me a mile away, but pigeons, as long as I don't move about too much. 3, 4, 5 just landed in the trees behind me. And then we're going to go. Hopefully some mates are going to come in. The waiting game. 1, 2, 3, 4 that way. 5. Seven. 8. So they're coming into the trees behind me. Two more down there. That was a stock dove. I'll try not to shoot the stock doves, although we've got a lot of them. I'll try not to shoot them, but sometimes it's difficult to tell the difference between a stock dove and a wood pigeon. I went through my bag just now, found 6 BBs in there. They might be a bit overkill for a pigeon. Where are you going? Not to me. We're all going over that way. Right, I haven't got actually much longer left. It's very short. I've got to go over to Richards for 3:30-ish. So it's a chance I may have already had my last shot. I basically got the gun dirty for one pigeon. They're flying away, you're flying away. So the flight line seems to be, I know they come from these trees across that woodland, but too far. But there's a second flight line that seems to be coming down from there across the corner field at the bottom, which I could go down there, but there's a lot of guys down there working on solar panels. They're 500-600 meters away from me, and that's, I don't particularly want to get any closer than that. That's close enough. If I was to take a bird that way, the shot wouldn't reach him. I reckon they've been on the pigeon telephone or telegraph. Don't go near the corner of the edge. There's a Burke stood there with a gun. Just too far. There's a duck, I'm not after you. Just too far. Anything past 60 meters is not really worth having a crack at. And they were about 80 to 100. And even on the full choke, on the 3/4 choke, it's a bit far. With a 7. Number 5 cartridge, at least with a pellet from that, if you hit it, you'll do the damage of a 7 at this range. I don't want to maim them. I don't want to maim them. I want to stop them. bloody banger put him right off. He was coming right at me. He's gone. Come on, turn left, turn left. Don't go over there. I'll go out in another 10 minutes and then we will have to go. I could go and try and find that bird out in the rape, but some of that's nearly knee high and I reckon the chances of me finding him pretty slim. Mr. Fox can have that one. He come down serious enough. He ain't getting up again. A couple more. Just make the trip worthwhile. So you might notice when I see a bird coming towards me, I put the gun in front of my face. Might sound daft, but it's basically to split my face in half. It's less white. So, you know. Now you see me, now you don't. As long as the dangerous bit is up there. Fox. There's a fox right here. No, duck's not on the menu today. You guys can go. Well, it's gone pretty quiet. I don't think I'm going to get much going on now. So, I mean, Reg just said he's been out here a few times. Sometimes he gets one, sometimes he gets half a dozen. No one's had a really good day yet, but I'm late. So I think really if I want to actually bag a few, I need to be here nearer midday. Right, well I think it's coming at 3:10. I think I'm going to call it a day here. Pack up, wander back, go see Mr. Cornock. Gun's empty. Typical. Bloody typical. The second I turned the camera off, he came up here and landed in the tree over there. He went right over my flipping head. I just take the cartridges out too. Typical. Do you know what? There's more flying around our blinking barn than there was down there. Right, so not really terribly successful, but then not a dead loss either, because at the end of the day, if I'm helping deter, keep the birds off of our Aussie rape, every bit helps. You swine. Where are you going down? Literally right behind the barn. Right. Okay, next stop, Funky Farmer, Rich Cornock. Like I said, I've no idea how this biscuit dunking challenge thing is going to work. I think we're going to try and work on a play of nerves, who can hold their nerve longest and keep it in their coffee or tea longest without breaking it off. Both could dunk at the same time. First one to get their biscuit out first and eat it will win, if the second person's biscuit breaks off, but if they get their biscuit out after us and eat it, then they win. Does that make sense? I don't know. Whatever happens, we'll make some kind of competition and laugh out of it, because that's what it's all about. Where is he then?
They're just walking down that way, it's a bit quicker.
Oh, alright then.
He'll be there by the time you get there.
Alright then, okay.
Ish.
Okay.
You'll see him on the way.
Is he ready?
Yeah. We'll be back in a minute as well.
Alright, see you in a minute.
Yeah.
Right, well that was Mrs. C and Jack. Here he is. You can run, but you can't hide. See you there. Okay, I'm going to get there first. That gives me time to change the battery over. Greet him at his own gate.
Challenge. What could go wrong?
Oh, brand new jumper, covered in biscuit,
oh.
yeah, and old man dribble, you know.
Old man dribble.
Old man dribble, yeah.
Look at that.